Mic check 112.9. Fuck your mother's ass twice on the... Yesterday was Tuesday. No, today's Tuesday. Fuck. I think the switch is off.
Mic check number 2. I hate everyone.
I hate everyone. Fuck.
No, not everyone. But if you show up at my job and you're a dick, I hate you.
I feel like I could never work retail again, specifically because people just suck.
Walmart's good for the most part. Fairhaven's a very old person filled community, so people come in.
Yeah.
People come in and they don't know how to work anything.
Can you help me fix my son? No.
They have people specifically designed to help your son. They're called therapists.
And they go to school for it and everything. Oh, Jesus.
Munch, stop dying.
Munch, it's Halloween. Oh, yeah, I just remembered it's Halloween.
I said stop dying, not die.
Not keep dying.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I want her to be hacking up whatever all day.
Both has got tuberculosis. She's a smoker, that's why. When you're not around for this, she smokes Marlboro Reds. Or whatever brand Briar smokes.
You ever seen that? It's one of those PSA commercials where it's a dog. It's like a Labrador Retriever outside with a cigarette hanging out of its mouth, and the lady comes out of her mouth. She's like, "What are you doing? Come inside." She's like, "Oh, you're good for nothing." And then she goes back inside, and the dog just looks at the camera and he's like, "I'm a dog. What's your excuse?"
What the fuck? Commercials made no sense. Oh my god. Guys, welcome back to the Two Broke Gamers podcast. I am the yellow Care Bear with sunglasses on it, which makes no sense. A son would not need to wear sunglasses. Why am I saying that? Because there's one randomly on the table.
He's so bright he hurts himself.
Joined by my co-host, that guy.
I am the inside. I am your inside source to Walmart. Together we'll bring them down slowly.
You're going to get fired for saying that. Today is a very special kind of episode. I wish we had arm mounts because we might need two hands once in a while. But it's Halloween. It's Halloween of 2023. And we're going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As a live match. I do have a Halloween-ish based deck here. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but...
My deck has a lot of dark monsters in it, so it's close enough to Halloween for me.
Sweet. It is your house. Do the high roll, son. We'll go by high rolls first. We'll kind of cast it as we go. You got a 7.
Hey.
You got a 9. I will go first.
Okay.
Let us see what this first hand entails. Just read every single card out loud. Okay.
One of my cards is upside down. Fantastic start.
That's an awesome start. Okay. I am going to, very old school, set one monster face down and set one trap face down. Nope. Yes. Set one trap face down. And I end my turn, Yugi. You fuck. Do you have a favorite season of Yu-Gi-Oh?
It depends. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is the one that stands out to me the most. But I love season 1 because of how memey it is. You can just make fun of original Yu-Gi-Oh! So much. You got Yugi, you got Joey, the Japanese New Yorker, and then Kaiba just Kaiba. Kaiba's so meme worthy.
It was the fact that he was like, "Hey, you let me win this duel or I'm jumping off this fucking castle." What? You can't just... He taught us how to gaslight as kids. He was like, "I'm doing this for my brother. Don't ruin this for me."
Yeah. I'm gonna set 2 traps, and I'll summon the Dark Crusader in attack mode, and I'll end my turn. I feel weird saying set in summon in attack mode because you can't summon in defense mode. You have to set.
No, but that was one of the things that you could do in old school Yu-Gi-Oh, which they do in the show, where they just be like, "I'm going to summon him in defense mode." And I remember playing with a friend.
But I mean, old school Yu-Gi-Oh didn't give a shit about the
No,
rules.
they didn't.
They were like, "Oh, you have the field spell Umi on the field, so you got the ocean and the moon. Well, I'm gonna stab the moon, and now,
It made no
that
sense.
the moon no longer exists, the tides can't happen, and your ocean recedes. And
Also,
now your water monsters are flopping around like dead fish.
He did that with Giant Soldier of Stone, who is a purely defensive monster, has no attack points.
Doesn't he have like 200 attack, or is it just
It's
zero?
barely, basically sneezed on the moon and then died.
Yeah, he stabbed it with his stone sword.
Whatever. These I hate people.
Or like the what is it that the monster like Shadow of the Labyrinth or whatever, and there's like a whole maze. And it's like now you gotta get through the maze to attack me, motherfucker.
And this thing's gonna tickle you if you don't get through at the right time. I will play the spell card Ghostricks Shot, which this is the archetype I'm using, Ghostricks, in order to special summon one from my hand, which will be Stein, which is basically Frankenstein. And then I can change one face down Ghostrick monster I control to face up. Do that. Activate Siren's flip effect. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, and if either was a Ghostrick, you can apply one of these effects. Either add a Ghostrick spell or trap to your hand from the deck, or change one effect monster your opponent controls to face down.
Just to let you know, I'm going to pick up a card because I forgot to draw last turn.
It's perfectly fine. So I will be bringing one to my hand, which will be... This is incredibly weird. I'm holding the microphone like it's a classy cigar in my hand or something. I will add Grandma to the field.
Oh. For those of you who don't know, like, Nate's still into Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm very behind, so I'm fully expecting to get destroyed this game, mainly just because I haven't really... My card's, like, it feels like 3 generations behind. I don't know exactly how far behind it is, only because, Yu-Gi-Oh! Comes out with a new set, every few months?
Every couple months, yeah.
So, and I haven't... My card's years old. My card's a grandfather.
I mean, to be fair, this deck came out a long time ago, too. I'll use the field spell, Ghostrick Mansion, which affects both of us. Instead of like the old game where it's like, you get 1 field spell, and now everyone can only use this one. Monsters can't attack face-down defense position, but can attack directly, but the damage is halved. So if all my monsters are face-down, you attack me, I only take half. But if a Ghostrick... all effect damage and battle damage inflicted by monsters other than Ghostricks is halved. So if I attack you, it's not halved, but yeah. So it's a fuckery. This is why I use it.
If for some reason you weren't here for last episode when Nate was talking about card games, Nate loves fuckery. That's his favorite kind of decks.
Yeah, I love. This is a control deck. It very much is made to like annoy the opponent. Lorenzo has weapons, so it's like this is basically just a countdown to when he fucking stabs me.
All of a sudden, all they hear over the mic is just furniture.
What the fuck is that? I'm gonna set a trap face down. Why did I say it was a trap? But whatever. I don't have anything strong enough to get over you.
I want like an anime themed card game where it's like I set a trap face down and then we flip it up. It's actually just a really feminine guy. It's like just
femboy. You've activated the "you might be gay" card. I guess pass. Yeah.
All right. Draw. Yeah, the concept of traps always made me laugh because it's like we're in a day and age where people are getting like. I wouldn't say getting gayer, but they're more openly gay. Yeah. So it's like you're reaching a point now. It's gonna be like, ha, fool, I'm secretly a guy, and then it's gonna be like, I don't care.
Great, me too. No, but I think it's like you said, things are getting progressively gayer. I think in a good way. I think it's funny that like we grew up in a very homophobic time and then became more.
And
willing, not willing to be gay, but it's almost kind of though. It's like everyone used to be like, "Wow, you're so fucking gay," and now it's like, if you don't joke around about kissing your homies, like you're a fag. Like you're an asshole for not being gay with your friends.
Yep. I see. Actually, I actually saw like it was a TikTok where a guy was like, "Listen, he's like you think you don't have game." He's like, "But if you flirted with a girl like the way you flirt with your homies," he's like, "but not as aggressively, like tone like do like
tone it down,
like do like between 5 to 15% of what you do with the homies and direct that towards a chick." And you could probably get laid. And he's like, all right, try it on me. Give me a line. He's like, I want to fuck you behind a dumpster. He's like, what? He's like, what? I said like 10, 15%. He's like, that was. He's like, that's 10, 15% what you usually give the guys. He's like, I don't even want to know what you usually say, actually.
Take it down 87%. So this is something I actually don't know how far into certain mechanics that you've gone.
I know most of the mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh that exist now. I just don't have the like cards of that mechanic. What are you doing? Like an Exceeds or something?
By sending, it's not an effect, but I'm just gonna link summon a link 1 Ghostrick called Ghostrick Festival.
Okay.
Taking away Siren.
So does it still work this way, or did Yu-Gi-Oh backpedal on this? Because I know when it first came out, the way it was supposed to work is when you link summon, you like basically the red arrow designates what zones you're allowed to special summon to after you've link summoned.
Correct. Yeah. So like if I wanted to make another link summon, I could only do 1. But if that one had like a right facing arrow, I could follow it.
Okay.
There used to be a mechanic. I don't know if it's still allowed in the game, but where if you could make a perfect like this one goes down, this one goes right, that one goes right, and it goes up, you can actually lock off both extra zones. It would be called an extra link.
Yeah. Okay.
And that would be it was too game breaking, I think. I'm gonna use his effect to just flip him face down and end my turn.
All right. I'll try.
You start to notice more and more. This whole deck revolves around flipping mine face down. That's why they're tricks. Ghost Trick or Treat. Actually, Ghost Trick or Treat is a trap spell. What the fuck did I just try to say? A trap card that I actually have in the deck, and it's really good.
You said trap spell, and I know it's not
trap spell.
Like in my head, I thought of like trap music, but magic.
This is my trap.
I'm gonna summon Dark Blade because it's Dark Crusader's lonely, and I'll end from here.
You're playing defensively, and this scares me. You also have a back row too. We'll draw for turn. Set 1 tarp face down. And set another monster face down and pass. We're both playing extremely boring right now.
Well, I know you've got traps, so it's like, oh god, do I risk the attack?
Yeah, you got some shit back there too. I'm kind of scared.
Well, there's also like stuff that I can't do any big plays yet. Like I said, older deck, so it's not. There's less combos than what newer decks can do at this point.
In the comments or something, put your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh archetype if you have one. If you don't know, research one and just call me a dork in the comments. I don't know. Just fucking engage. Do the thing.
Yeah, I'll end from here.
This man.
I love
trying to fuck me.
From season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh, I loved the dark magician stuff.
Yeah.
In GX, I loved the heroes.
Oh, this become one of the most annoying decks ever.
The heroes are so fun. Plus, they all look so cool.
They've gotten so much support in the sense of like, if you can get one hero out on the field, you can summon like 12. Like I know that's not even legal, but it's like,
yeah, heroes. Heroes is one. I think it's just because it's such a loved archetype that like it keeps getting support. Like the archetypes that are the most loved are the ones that keep getting support. Like Blue Eyes still gets support.
Oh, garbage! You play Blue Eyes. I hate your mom.
Blue Eyes still gets support. Red Eyes still gets support. Blackluster Soldier still gets support.
They got one of the Red Eyes got one of the. I think it almost got banned, but one of their new fusions with Dark Magician.
Red Eyes Black Dragoon.
Oh my god, it was an annoying
Yeah,
card.
he actually I think is banned in actual card, like the actual tournament format. I think at the moment, I'm not sure. I don't know if he still is, but I think he was for a while.
It's either that or he's limited to one.
Well, because Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is his effect, like even people that weren't even using that type of deck were still using him because I think that I can't remember with certain cards there's a workaround you can make him without actually playing that archetype.
Because Red Eyes Fusion is a card that you can summon him by sending them from the deck to the graveyard or banishing him, whatever it is. So as long as you had Red Eyes Fusion, you could. There's a Link monster that is notoriously banned now, but it's great for fusion decks called Verdi Anaconda.
Yep, I remember hearing that name.
And it just copies a fusion spell at the cost of 2k life points. But you could spend 2k life points and then immediately get an Omni Negate on the field. It was disgusting. I'm going to set one face down and come.
It's funny because when I watch Yu-Gi-Oh videos now, they talk about like staple cards and but the problem with staple cards is that
staples in them, they hurt.
No, well the problem with staple cards is that I don't know how
to touch yourself at night.
I don't know what a lot of them do, so they're like I'll use Verdi and then go into this and whatever, and I'm like I don't know what the fuck you just said to me.
I don't know what you're saying.
All right, go ahead. God damn it! I need to try. Give me cards that I could do something with. God damn
it. Draw for turn, but I can't sketch.
By the way, for anyone that's listening to this, just be aware that my deck has not been updated for current banned and forbidden list at the moment. I don't even know what the list is at the moment. I'm sure it's 3 miles long at this point.
I'm sure there's a couple of things in here that aren't going to be entirely tournament ready, but we're doing it for fun.
By the way, you can't see this over the podcast, obviously, but Nate's deck is I can't remember the card, but it's
Ash Blossom.
Yeah, he's got Ash Blossom card sleeves, so there's just a bunch of little girls just staring me down.
Yeah, isn't that the dream?
Menacingly.
If you're a pedophile.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll flip that, and flip that.
I say, isn't this a flip effect heavy deck?
It is, but I'm not going to activate either of those two. I will activate his though, but so because now there's 4 Ghostricks on the field, you have to banish 4 off the top of your deck, son.
Let's see what's in there. All right, banish. So I'm gonna put the banish pile over here. Mystic Tomato. Regeki Break.
Oh, yeah, it's a very old school deck.
Mirage Dragon. Yubel, I'll miss you.
I'll miss you, you fuck. Shid. Okay. So this is where I get into Xyz. I will nut and ejaculate. No, I won't do that probably. I will overlay these 2 level 3s. For Ghostrick, Alucard, which is if you're kind of like dyslexic like me, it took me like 3 months to realize that that's just Dracula backwards. I literally didn't know that. I was like, what kind of fucking vampire is Alucard?
He's here to suck, and that's it.
Yeah, he kisses. What's his effect? Monsters your opponent control cannot target face-up Ghostrick monsters or any face-down defense position monsters for attacks except this one. You can detach 1 material from it, target a set card, and destroy it. You can only use each one of these effects.
What how much attacking is he?
18. So I am gonna do that. I'm gonna take 1 skeleton and pop that one.
This one?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but get it the fuck out of here.
Negate attack.
Fuck. Yeah. I risk it though? Fuck. Yeah, screw it. I'll attack with... Oh, wait. The Link Monsters effect. If there's a Ghostrick card in the field zone, your Ghostrick monsters can attack directly. So,
oh, no. My balls.
I'll attack with 900.
What even is this?
Oh, yeah, we should probably keep like a calculation of who has what. Guys, if you're enjoying the sounds of us breathing into the mics, I'd like you to subscribe and tell us that we're your daddy. I just want you to know that. Just do that for me now, like a good slut, and follow us, and you'll receive. I don't know. What do you want? Spankings? I can't do that. I'm almost married. We have a friend named Briar who's like way too happy to be spanking strangers.
I say I'm technically available to do that. I don't know if I want to though.
I don't know if I want to do that garbage.
Can I bring one of those like big giant like foam hands you get at the baseball game?
Yeah. So I'll attack with the 900. Does that go, or are you gonna fuck me?
Do Mirror Force.
Fuck.
I mean, unless you have a counter to Mirror Force.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I just got rid of my whole field.
That's what I pay him for.
That's what I pay this guy for.
It's the only reason I keep Mirror Force around.
Oh, fuck. There's a condition on that card that I thought was different, but no, I guess go ahead, your turn.
All right.
Fucking ball sacks. Lorenzo quite literally bent me over, stuck his dick inside my ass, and said, "Take it, you slut."
Good. All right. Place one face down. And
if you have 13 copies of Mirror Force, I'm just going to walk home from here. I don't care if I drove here, I'm going to walk home.
And 3 monsters from my hand to the grave to summon Montage Dragon.
Montage Dragon. What does
So
he do?
basically, I add up all the levels of the monsters I threw to the graveyard, times it by 300, and that's his attack points.
Fuck.
Let's see. Elemental Hero Neos. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yubel.
17.
11. So 11 for Yubel. So that's 18.
18 now, yeah.
20.
Times 300 is 6,600.
Yeah!
God damn. Hey, relax.
All right, so I will attack you directly with Dark Blade.
That,
When Nate pulls out the Miracle Karibo and just like, yeah,
No.
no damage.
but I can use her effect when I took damage. So how much attack does he have?
1,800.
All right. So I'm down to 62. I'll use Ghostricks Mary's effect, discard her to the graveyard, and I can special summon one Ghostrick to the field.
Hey. Ghost Trick Juan Carlo.
Ghostrick Juan Carlo Esposito. That'd be a great card. I would put it in every fucking deck just because.
Love how he just plays the villain in everything now.
He does.
Ever since Breaking Bad, he's like, yeah, just keep slapping him in rolls.
So it special summons in face down defense. So you still have. You can still do stuff.
Attack with Dark Crusader.
Oh wait, no. Now that with this, because this is on the field, you can't attack face down, but you can attack directly for half.
Okay, I'll attack you directly with Dark Crusader, so 800.
800. And then 3,300.
How much did you say? 66?
66, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck. I got down to almost 2,000 in one turn. But that's how modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played. It's usually like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Games don't go past, I think, like 8 turns.
All right. So feel free. Your turn now.
No, I could have done something.
Yeah. Honestly, though, guys, I'm getting I got really lucky here because I got Montage Drag. I drew Montage Dragon and happened to have high levels in my hand. This would have been very terrible otherwise.
Would have been very different. I'll keep that in my hand.
This deck is actually a Yubel based deck, so normally it would be about summoning Yubel and then keeping him from attacking me, because Yubel basically makes it so that I don't take battle damage when it's attacked, but it reflects damage to Nate. But since he's playing a control deck, I don't imagine he'd be attacking very much in the first place.
I do, but it's under certain conditions.
So I have the card in the deck, actually. I have the trap, or is it? No, it's a continuous spell, Battle Mania, that basically would make you attack.
Oh, forces people, right? Yeah. Again, I keep forgetting I have fucking trap cards. It pass.
Hey.
I just could have protected my entire life points, but I'm just stupid. Because I'm so used to Master Duel because we get spoiled because it'll be like, hey, you can activate this effect right now. You want to do it? You're like, yeah. And it's like I always forget that when you're playing normal, you have to actually do it.
I'll attack you directly with Darkblade.
You've activated the worst trap that I have. Quaking Mirror Force. All your monsters get set to face down and they can't change.
Damn. Well, you guys are all going to take a nap. Forever.
Time to sleep. You can still use them for like tributes and stuff, but they can't be flipped up.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Your go.
Cool. So you guys are starting to understand why like my friends don't play Yu-Gi-Oh with me anymore.
You know, I have it upstairs, and I love that I have it, but I've never incorporated it into a deck for whatever reason. But I have a Link Karibo level 1 through 10 upstairs.
Oh yeah, I have a Karibo based deck. The
only one I'm missing technically is Link Karibo level 9. Which technically you don't need because you can skip
one with the red horn and wings.
Yeah. Technically, you can go straight from 1 to 10. You don't technically need 9, but 9.
But the effect is good. What do I want to do? All right, so I flip summoned Ghostricks Yukiona. Her flip effect only happens when she's attacked, so I'm not gonna do anything there. I'll normal summon Ghostrick Witch.
Love that guy.
I love that guy. He's the best. Damn, Lisa's mad or something about church.
It's hard to tell the difference between mad and passionate.
Yeah, I think she's just loud.
Yeah.
All right, I will go into my rank 2 Xyz monster. And this is how fruity this name is. It's a play on the word succubus. You want to guess at it?
Good.
Ghostricks So Cute Boss.
It's better than what I was thinking in my head. I was gonna say Ghostricks Suck Your Boss.
Suck your balls. In that, so this is something that happens a lot with this deck, is the kind of real boss monster, Ghostricks Angel of Mischief, can overlay herself onto any existing Ghostricks Xyz monster. So I can just overlay right on top.
Okay.
I'll use the first part of her effect to... Danny, shut up. To remove a material and search a Ghostricks spell or trap to the hand. Which is going to be Ghostricks fucking Gargle Nads.
Oh.
It's not a real spell, I promise.
Oh, I sure hope not. Otherwise, Yu-Gi-Oh is starting to deviate.
Ghostricks fucking Nad Gargles. Ghostricks Knight to my hand, as in N-I-G-H-T. But there is an Xyz monster that's basically... Oh, there's an Xyz monster called Dullahan, like the Headless Horseman. And I will set this trap card. Because your monsters are face down, with my field card, I will attack directly for 2,000 if possible.
Yeah, actually, wait. Let me check a trap card real quick, because I don't know if it applies for this situation. Oh, yeah. Sakuretsu armor.
What does that do again?
It destroys the attacking monster.
Fuck. You still take the damage, or does it just attack?
It doesn't say it stops the damage, so I guess so.
Oh, well, technically, I think it would happen before damage calculation. Because I think you would just destroy it, and then it won't be able to attack. Yeah, that's cool. That goes...
I love Sakuretsu armor. That's my boy.
Activate this now? Yes. Okay, cool. I activate Ghostrick Break. When exactly one Ghostrick monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, target 2 Ghostrick monsters in my graveyard and special summon them face down. Yeah. Guys, subscribe to our OnlyFans.
You can watch me make cookies with my shirt off. By the way, I don't advise cooking with your shirt off. It's gonna lead to probably a lot.
Oh my god! So it was because what show was it that there was like, yeah, what did you learn? It was like, yeah, don't cook bacon with your shirt off. I did that one time, and I swear to God. Okay, I don't know if like our parents' generations just don't feel feelings, but I've seen my dad cook fucking naked, like dick swinging in the broiler or some shit, and he'll just make food. But he's made shit like breakfast and like hard oil, like French fries, with his tits out. And I'm like, how are you still alive? I did it one time and I got scared, and I never do it again.
I've cooked with my shirt off plenty of times and it's been fine, but like, I've definitely hurt myself a couple of times.
I purposely once in a while when Jasmine's like, "Why are you cooking with your shirt off?" And then I just get entirely naked, and she's like, "What the fuck? Put your shit back on." And I'm like, No. If we're doing it, we're going all out. I guess past turn. Guys, I've been shitting like a monkey today. I don't know what's going on.
Activate card destruction. We discard our hands to the grave.
I know it all too well. God, I hate that card.
Classic.
Yeah. Discard 2, draw 2.
I'll activate Monster I was gonna say Monster Reborn for some reason. Swords of Revealing Light.
Oh. Well,
does this count? Does this affect my own monsters, or does your card effect supersede that?
What do you mean?
Like, does this force my own? No, it only forces yours face up,
I think
right?
it's only mine. Forces your opponent's monsters face down or face up.
Yeah, so both of yours.
Yeah. So that effect is he's gonna trigger those. So 2 of your top have to go. Get banished.
Dark Greffer. Look at me, so happy looking.
They're all happy.
Change of Heart.
That card actually just became legal again.
Did it?
Yep. It's at 1.
I mean, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I should have threw like all 5 pieces of Exodia in my deck just to see if it happened. Just to see. Go ahead.
Okay. Dwarf.
I actually do have all 5 pieces upstairs.
I have a deck that just basically forces you to draw into it.
Oh.
That's a whole strategy. Actually, that just won the Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship recently. A guy was playing a pendulum deck that he ended up just figuring out a perfect loop that lets him add 1 spellcaster every time he did it, and he ended up winning.
Nice.
With Exodia.
I kind of wish like we had show accurate versions of like the Egyptian gods, but there's no way they'd fit all that on these fucking cards. Those cards in the show, they had like 5 effects.
With a separate book, like a bunch of things on the side.
It's like, all right, his effect. It's like then you got to like flip over to the back, and there's the rest of the effect.
Oh, you playing Slifer? No, I can see the fucking 18 paragraphs on the back of the card.
Slifer had a bunch of different. They all have a bunch of different.
They did.
Effects.
They all had like 6 effects.
And then like fucking Slifer had an ability that like, when you special summon a monster, he like reflexively attacks it like on instinct. Just I summon it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he has that effect still applies to the regular one. Like he loses 2,000 attack, and if your monster goes 0 or below, it automatically gets destroyed.
I remember there was a whole thing in there where like the guy had like a loop going where like he had revival gem, and then the Slifer would attack it. And then it would just get resummoned, and he had to draw cards every time. And you just basically made him deck out by just constantly destroying Revival Chip.
I'm going to overlay these 2 whores for Alia card.
Hey.
And I'll swing with 1800. And that doesn't mean I'm getting on a swing. If anybody needs to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! Lingo, I'll put a link to... Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm definitely not going to do it. But there's another podcast that I listen to called The Scapegoats, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Based podcast, and there's a whole episode on Yu-Gi-Oh! Jargon.
Wait, you done or am I... Is it my go now, or are you still doing stuff? Just making sure, because I wasn't sure if you
Go
said...
to you, sir. You fuck. Yeah, if you can't shit talk your friends while you play games, there's no point in playing games. I never got into Duel Links. I just think because it was like a 3-card, 3-spell area instead of 5. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
How much life points are you at this point? An idea brewing, but I don't know if it would work.
Oh, yeah? 2100.
I
don't like you thinking.
Most people don't. So
you thinking thoughts and shit.
It's 6 or higher, 2 tributes, right? Wait,
no, 5 and 6 is only 1.
Oh, well, I'll sacrifice.
7 or higher is 2.
Sacrifice this man's for this man's.
What he do?
He has no effect monster because he's a Gemini, so I have to summon him again in order to.
Yeah.
If I summon him again and he's already on the field, does that mean I have to tribute again? Is that how that works?
No. He just.
All right. And then I'll use brain control to control your man's over here.
Hey, whoa, hey, you fuck. Oh, you motherfucker.
Do you have any responses? Schmeckledorf?
I mean, no. I really wasn't planning on that type. I forget old cards. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love how brain control is just like a dude like molding a brain with his bare hands.
Right. All right. So if he attacks, that's what?
18, for him.
18 is 9.
Yep. And then it would for this one it would be 12.
Damn, you just won. Fuck. Yeah.
Did I?
Wait for
he's
24. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Fuck. Yeah, you won first game. Sweet.
I emerged victorious from this game I fully expected to lose.
Oh, now I have to get mean. Bring out my penis deck.
Whoa. Gross.
It's all about it's the penis archetype.
Everything's just a big swinging cock and balls.
No balls, all cock.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
The legendary man with 2.
After a very brief 4 hours later, we're back. After pizza, after one duel where fucking Lorenzo literally killed me before I could do anything.
Yeah.
One episode of Invincible later. We're back.
Time is a harsh mistress.
Do you have a like a Halloween tradition?
Not really. I mean, it used to be that I would watch because they always play horror movies on TV every year. I used to watch the original Halloween every year for a little while, but I think I've done that to death at this point. And when I was a kid, I used to watch Harry Potter all the time because they always do the Harry Potter marathons around this time.
We just did that last night. We watched up until Order of Phoenix. There's only so much Harry Potter you can watch in one day.
Yeah, I love Dumbledore and stuff like that, but when they switched actors, I don't like the new guy. He's still good, but he's not as good as the original. It's too bad that dude died.
I was gonna say that was very recent. He just died.
No, I don't know if you might not notice, but like between Harry Potter's, I think 1 and 2, or is it after 3? It's very early. The actor for Dumbledore switches.
Prisoner of Azkaban's an entirely different dude. They were talking about it on another podcast that I was listening to, and they were like, "Yeah, the dramatic shift in Dumbledore's like." From Prisoner of Azkaban on, he's very like hands-on. He's active. He yells a lot. The other one, you could have like high-fived and his fingers would have fell off. A lot of people, how much dust? He's an old ass. Harry Potter.
A lot of people complain about that too, because apparently, I guess in the books, Dumbledore's supposed to be more soft-spoken. He's not supposed to be aggressive and hands-on.
Yeah.
You know, like when like when Harry's name comes out the Goblet of Fire, you know, like
your name out the Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Basically held a knife to his fucking neck and said, "Don't fucking lie to me, boy."
Tell me, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Cut your fucking nuts off.
Cut your nuts off and feed him to a dragon.
I feel like no one believed Harry in that movie. Like, Ron's like, how'd you do it? And he's like, I didn't do it, Ron. And Ron's like, fuck you too.
The funny part was we were also that we were watching is that like the Patel twins went to the date that they went to the dance with Harry and Ron. And it was funny because like Ron literally didn't give a shit. He was just jealous that Hermione got asked by somebody else. And there was a scene where the girl's like, "Are you gonna ask me to dance or not?" And he was like, "No." She just walked away. And then at the end, Hermione's like crying, and she's like, "Why don't you get the dick to man up and ask me yourself next time?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter. You're the only girl I know. I don't know if I like you. You're just you. You're fucking yeah."
Yeah. All I'm saying is Ron's lucky that Hermione liked him back because fucking she had like a fucking Quidditch star to ask her out. She could have gotten her back broke by that dude.
Dog, Victor Crumb would have just ruined her. And he's Russian, so you know he's disrespectful to women.
You know, it's actually a running joke in the books that they don't put in the movie at all. Because in the movie, he doesn't fucking speak at all. Like, they gave him no lines in the movie. But in the books, it's a running joke that he can't pronounce her name for shit.
I'd like to break your back, Hermione. Herminoyoi. Mimohoi minoi.
He tries to say Hermione, but he ends up calling her like Hermonini or some shit.
Persephone. He's like, excuse me? Where's the P in the fucking name? I don't think I've had traditions for Halloween, but I definitely have. So, without giving away exactly where we live, we live in the poorest of like a 3-city area. And one city is way richer than us, and the other city across the bridge is like makes the other one look like white trash. And I just heard a bunch of kids. First of all, if you're taking your kids out trick-or-treating, or if they're under 10 years old, make sure they go with someone, because I almost just killed a 7-year-old on the way here. These kids are running across the street dressed like fucking Fortnite characters. I wanted to kill them on purpose, but
at least the costumes are a little bit more colorful nowadays. Back in our days, it was like half the kids were just dressed like Scream, wearing black cloaks.
That's the Jasmine's like, what do you want to do? Every year, I put on the same black robe I bought 6 years ago, and I'm like, I'm that one guy from The Thing.
When I was a kid, I was Scream like I think 2 or 3 different times, and like I would just buy different like weapon accessories for it. Like I had like the machete full of the fake blood. But half of my costumes also didn't have names. It was just black robe with demon face number 5.
Right, I like that they can't do that at Spirit Halloween because some things they don't have licenses for. So instead of the Avatar, it's like the Elementalist and his girlfriend. It's like, what? The Rangers of Space.
The last costume I bought, because I was supposed to go with a friend of mine to bring her kids trick-or-treating. It was Sam from
Supernatural?
No, the
Sammy.
Trying to remember the movie. Like it's supposed to be like Sam Hain, The Spirit of Halloween, like the movie where he's like a kid in like a onesie with a burlap sack on his head with buttons for eyes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have it upstairs still. I still never used it. Like we ended up canceling. So I'm like, I bought this fucking costume for nothing. So I've just never worn it. It's just there.
Next year we should. It'll be you, me, Briar, her kids, but like we all have to have like a unifying theme.
You ever see
Want to be Malagor from the movie?
You ever seen those guys that dress up as horror movie slashers and then they just make Backstreet Boy parody songs? Call themselves the Slash Street Boys.
That is the gayest thing I've heard in a long time.
They're not bad. They're
Slash Street Boys.
Yeah. All their songs are just different.
Everybody die.
That's one of the ones they have a parody of. Yeah.
Is it?
I forget what the hell they changed
Slash your body right.
Yeah, I'll show you after.
You will die tonight.
I guess it wouldn't be a podcast without talking about what crap am I reading this week.
Yeah. What you reading? Crap.
I'm currently reading a book called
The Mumford and Sons Diaries.
One, I finished the Combat Codes. It was pretty good. There was like 2 or 3 twists/surprises at the end. I called 2 out of 3 of them.
The Mortal Kombat Codes.
I mean, a kid died in it, so
a
little bit.
Child murder.
Well, because it's like
love that.
It's like one of those things where murder's not really prohibited in the Combat Codes. Like they say you should act with a certain degree of honor. But people who are like it's like living in a society where the codes. It's like when like think of it like Bushido. Like the times change and eventually there's people that
Bushido
are like,
code.
People that are like fuck the codes. Those are an error. That's a thing of the past. I'm gonna murder the shit out of you. But
fuck with my family, you die.
Now I'm reading a book called it's a trilogy. It's called Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. It's part of a trilogy. The first book is ironically called The Final Empire.
So Star Wars type shit. Gotcha.
It's
books 4, 5, and 6.
It's about a world where all of the world is united under one kingdom, and the king is immortal, like to the point where the
You say immortal or amortal?
Immortal.
Okay.
Like he's been alive for hundreds of years. The citizens actually refer to him. One of his nicknames is the Sliver of Infinity.
Ew.
And it's actually like a ongoing. I don't know if it's factual or if it's a rumor at this point because we haven't met the man yet. But he's rumored to be like a sliver, like a fraction of God itself that just lives on Earth.
Damn.
Yeah.
Castiel.
And in the world of Mistborn, he conquered the world, and there's nobility, middle class, and then there's the Ska. The Ska are the slaves. Their whole race is called the Ska. And basically it kind of, like, just imagine like a dude who lives forever, who just never gets over his prejudices. Like, the Ska are all ancestors and descendants of people he just didn't like. Whereas the noble class are allowed to get away with so much shit because their ancestors were people that were on his side and that he liked very
That's fucked. Favoritism. Love that.
So he controls the Ska with kind of like an iron fist, and like he basically is like a slave dealership. Like, if you want workers, you can buy/rent Ska from him. Same thing with like
come on, get you one.
Same thing with like soldiers and bodyguards. And the nobility, legend has it that he blessed the noble bloodlines with allomancy, which is like
power to control aloe vera. I get it.
No, it's like
in case you're sunburned, these guys are awesome.
Magic based metallic powers, like basically
like alloy mancy kind of. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So picture your stomach like a furnace, and you just eat metals, store them in your stomach, and then when you want to tap into the powers, you mentally choose the metal you want, start burning it inside of yourself like a fucking heater, and then you get the resulting power based off of that magical chemical reaction.
Damn.
Allomancy.
There's a chemical furnace in his stomach? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, allomancy,
Is it based on the metal?
Yes, certain metals give you certain powers.
If I'm like, oh, I want to use the power of iron.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, this makes your nuts 30% heavier.
That's a very specific power. Yeah, so far...
That's a curse.
From what I've heard, there's 10 allomantic metals that you can use. I've only learned of 4. You can use tin to sharpen your senses. You can use steel to push and pull, kind of like magnetism. But the way it works is if an object's lighter than you, you can push off of it to kind of give yourself a boost through the air. If you pull an object lighter than you, you can pull it to you. It'll come flying towards you. You pull something heavier than you, because since it's too heavy for you to move, your pull will result in you flying towards the object.
Oh.
And if you push something heavier than you, pushing something heavier than you will result in you being repelled from the object rather than being pulled towards it. So that's.
I guess people aren't literally like bending whole factories at people. That's cool.
The cool thing about it too is when you use steel and you have the ability to push and pull, like you'll like think of it like Byakugan. There's blue, invisible, like ethereal lines in your vision sight that point to every piece of metal around you. And the bigger the metal, the more defined the line.
So you'll be able to determine. Yeah, if I throw this metal baseball bat, this is what I can do with it.
Yeah. So in case you can't see the metal, like there's a point in the story where he uses it, like he's trying to rob a nobleman's house, and there's a safe in the wall. So he kind of activates his power. His powers tell him there's a safe in the wall, a metal safe, and he's just kind of like, and just rips it out the wall.
I always thought about that. I've never seen a comic where Magneto doesn't go to a bank and it's just like, it's just everything comes out.
He wouldn't even need to. I mean, theoretically, he might not even have to enter the bank. Like he's just outside across the street, and he's just like, ah!
Right. God forbid he gets, like his apocalyptic awakening where he can also earthbend for some reason.
I was like, literally, yeah. That's the book where he like stopped the rotation of the planet.
Yeah.
So let's see. Well, that's two metals: the tin and steel. Copper lets you influence people's emotions. You can either
like you physically. It's not like consume as in like you open your stomach and put something. Like you physically have to eat.
You physically like
chew and swallow pennies and stuff.
Whether you have to chew it, I don't know, but you'd have to swallow it definitely.
Oh, that sounds awful.
There is copper lets you influence people's emotions in various ways. You can either soothe their emotions, like like rid them of anger, bring them peace and whatever, or you can stoke the fire and just like like amp them up. There is and then there's pewter. Pewter is physical enhancement, better durability, more physical strength, all that kind of stuff.
I thought pewter was a wood.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then those are the only ones I know what they do. There's also a metal called atrium, which I think is a fictional metal, because I've never heard of it before otherwise. Atrium is the 10th and rarest metal. It's a metal that the king keeps close to himself because of how precious it is. He keeps he dominates that market, and that's kind of how he stays so rich. Okay, yeah, pewter's a metal.
Pewter.
And so those are the only ones I know of. But the rumor has it, basically in the book, the whole thing, the first book is like, they're like, all right, guys, because everyone's part, like the main character and there's two main characters. There's Kelsier, who is a thief, who was known for being one of the top thieves in the kingdom, and that was as a human, and then he fell into a trap set by the king. The king sent him to the pits. The pits are a location that people barely know what happens there. They just know no one ever returns alive. And Kelsier's famous because he's the only man to ever escape the pits.
Ooh.
Him and his wife both went there. She died, and he mentally broke and came into allomancy powers.
Unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan.
Yeah. And then now he's and he was a problem before, but now he has powers, so now he's even more of a problem.
Damn.
And his plan is to they basically want to overthrow the government. There's a section of the Ska Rebellion that want to rebel against the king and be treated like people and take over essentially. And he's part of like I said, he's friends with some of the best thieves ever. So he's like, all right, listen, you pay us, we'll help you create chaos, and you can march your army straight into the palace, take over. And in exchange, we're gonna steal mad shit from the king. and they want to steal the king's atrium supply, basically. Like, like the deal is they get to steal half of it, and then when they overthrow the city, the invading army keeps the other half. Kelsier wants to kill the king, but everyone's like, "You crazy? He's immortal." And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "I went up north." He's like, to a far off land, a land that still remembers what their original name was before the king took it over, because this has been generations. He's like, they claim that there's a 11th allomantic metal that, when burned, can kill the king. That it's his weakness, and that's why no one knows about it, because the king suppresses it everywhere else.
Oh.
And he has it. I don't know what it's called, and I don't know what it does, but he's got it stowed away in his
just
pockets.
An iPhone.
So
gold.
Yeah, I'm still early in it. I'm like, it's what I'm gonna be reading for a while. I'm like 100 and something to 200 pages in, and it's like, it's over 1,000 pages. Like, cause I downloaded an ebook that's like the whole series.
Mm-hmm. Where are you in Spider? So I finished Spider-Man 2, and my God, I won't say anything because I know you're still playing it. But where are you in that now?
Did you play it at a friend's house, or would you just watch it?
I just played it at a friend's house.
See, I'm still, because I haven't played this weekend because I just didn't feel like streaming this weekend. I am. I'm after you go to save Tombstone, where Harry shows up kind of dressed like Agent Venom.
Yep.
I guess Venom's just not weak to fire in this game, because he walks into that fucking furnace.
Yeah, I don't know. That bothered me.
Yeah.
Because it's any thermal / sonic.
I like that they got the subtle Agent Venom reference in there.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I am noticing about this game is Miles' optional costumes are so much cooler than Peter's.
Oh my God, they're sexy. He has a Wakanda suit. He has a version of the Spider Knight suit that looks the Arachnite suit that looks so dope.
But I think the problem with Peter's is, like, they're referencing a lot of comic books. Well, in the first game there was a lot of comic books. In this one, it seems mostly. What they need to do is they need to stop referencing the movies. I don't give a shit about Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland suits at this point. They were in the first one. I didn't use them then. I'm not going to use them now.
Yeah.
Do some other suits. Either borrow more comic shit or just make some new suits. You did original suits for Miles, and they all came out great.
There are more suits to be released in an update. Someone, I guess, 2 of the developers who have been, they're entirely original. They've been just, your job is to design new cool suits, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, new suits would be cool. And another thing, like people were saying, like I was listening to a podcast, and the guy was talking about how when you unlock Venom, he was expecting like you to have like a set of skins for Venom, like if you want like different versions of, like, different design versions of Venom.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see if he could have like the old cartoonish, like red and blue Venom that had like red and blue shading on him, or the one that's from like Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would say there's not as much room to play with Venom, but there's enough.
Yeah. You can even just give him a white suit and like make him anti-Venom.
I was actually looking at symbiotes this week, and I found like some weird symbiotes I've never heard of. Like, there's you ever heard of Bedlam?
Yeah, I don't. So this is, I don't know if we both were just synced up on this, but I was just chilling at the house the other day, and I was like, you know what? Let me go through all the modern symbiotes and see who's here. Yeah, I've heard Bedlam. Yeah.
Have you seen what he looks like?
He's like creepy.
No, there's well, it's more like an Eddie Brock with the Bedlam symbiote, but it's like he looks like a reddish Venom with like a white gray like spider design.
Mm-hmm.
He's designed similar. There's a symbiote called Warstar, who is a techno-organic. They call him a 3rd generation war symbiote that was designed by Kang the Conqueror. And his whole thing is he can shape shift his body to emulate technology.
Okay.
and Eddie Brock wore him for a little while. But basically, Eddie Brock is now a living codex, and what a codex is basically when a symbiote bonds to someone, it leaves an imprint on you or a codex. At least I think I might be incorrect on this, but that's what I last read. And so like Eddie Brock's son Dylan is debatably not Eddie Brock's biological kid. Basically,
is he a clone?
No, from like the last time Eddie, like I think Eddie's wife or girl wore the symbiote once, and it left an imprint of a codex in her. The codex in her body merged into her womb and created Dylan. Dylan is literally more of a child of a symbiote and a human than he is actually Eddie.
It's disgusting. I thought it was gonna be a thing of like Eddie was jerking off one day and Venom was like, "I'll take that."
Which is kind of why Dylan can control and manipulate symbiotes to an extent.
I've seen he has one. I can't remember what it's called, but he has one that looks like a alien Power Ranger, like a tanky alien Power Ranger that also morphs into like a dog, or like a lupine form or whatever. It looks crazy.
I also found out the reason for Norman Osborn, like Normie, how he runs around like a little red goblin.
Mm-hmm.
His symbiote is called Rascal. Okay.
Rascal.
So I found it here. Symbiotic codices refer to both the trace amounts of living abyss left in the bodies of symbiote hosts. So how there's trace amounts of symbiotes in your bloodstream after it leaves you. That's what that is. It says with the greatest concentrations being found. So basically, the greatest concentration of symbiote left over in your body will always be in your spinal cord.
Oh. So it's like a Attack on Titan. You just have to suck out the spine and you get a really cool superpower.
Yeah, and it also it also creates metaphysical records of personalities, memories, and unique powers the host possessed, which is why all symbiotes have Spider-Man's base power set at this point.
Because they're all
Spider-Man's
derivative.
Spider-Man's codex was recorded in the hive mind.
That's nuts.
And according to this, symbiotes...
I can give it to Angel. I want to be able to fly.
According to this, symbiotes also keep a record of their host personalities, codices in like a kind of like a database on their home planet. So theoretically, your mind will exist in a symbiote scape after you die. So it's kind of like a version of the afterlife symbiote hosts. Which means in Marvel that like depending on where you sided on, you get your afterlife might be different. Like even then, like your soul and your brain are different. They're not the exact same thing. So an imprint of your mind will be in the symbiote world. Your soul might go to Valhalla or hell. Who knows?
Right. That's dope.
But Eddie Brock, after he became the Kid in Black, after defeating, shed his human codex, and because of this, I don't know, codex, and basically he can possess symbiotes, but a thing that's cool about him though is since he is more of a living mental construct, he can project his mind back and forth throughout.
Non-linear to him.
Non-linear. There's a version of him, and his timeline deviates where one version gets stuck in purgatory. The version of him stuck in purgatory for so many years possesses a symbiote and gets stuck there for so long, and a villain it basically wipes Eddie's mind back to his villain days where he just has incredible amounts of hatred for Spider-Man.
Again?
So he's running around like, I'm gonna kill Spider-Man, and he's like this red giant like lizard-like symbiote thing. And then the original Eddie eventually comes back, and this is a very dumbed down version of this, by the way. The real thing is very much timey-wimey and screwy, but eventually the real Eddie comes back from his time because their timelines intercross again, and Eddie manages to possess his own corpse. So you have
Jesus.
So you have
necromantic? Like what the fuck?
So you have original Eddie fighting this slightly rewound mentality version of Eddie, and regular Eddie beats that Eddie, and then wears his symbiote around himself. So it's Eddie's symbiote wrapped around Eddie.
Right.
And he now
what the fuck?
He now goes by I think Bedlam is what he goes by.
It goes by Hello Kitty Island Adventure 2, now available for the PC.
Yes.
That's sick. I want a symbiote so bad.
Wouldn't everyone really?
As long as mine's not fucking psychotic. Like, if I could get, like, a toxin situation.
As long as it's not Carnage, is what you're saying.
Yeah. If I could have a toxin situation where you guys just communicate, like, hey, listen, I know you need to eat people, right? Because that's your thing. We're only going to kill bad guys, and I still have to maintain my fucking social life. So no hulking out in the middle of sex.
Oh. Terrifying. So this is Bedlam on its own before Eddie combines with it.
That is frightening.
Yeah, so that's just he's just hulking around and around like, I'm here to kill Spider-Man.
Jesus.
And then after Eddie combines and now merged with himself, he's now fucking symbiote Venom. He's just
forearms.
He's just forearms. Just Venom with 4 huge ass arms. Yeah. So,
do you have a favorite symbiote?
I
do like. I'll say I like Lasher the best, only because I feel like that's how I would use mine. Like, I would definitely use direct combat, but like I'm fighting with my skin at all times.
Mm.
If you guys don't know, Lasher is one of the 5 offsprings by the not the Life Foundation, was it? It might have. It was either Life Foundation or I think it was Life Foundation. Yeah. They essentially tried to make super soldier, like symbiote super soldiers, and there was Lasher, Agony, Scream, Phage, and Riot.
Yeah, they took samples of existing symbiotes and just made
just fucked with them.
Yeah, and made their own like little pseudo symbiotes, and then they all combined into one super one eventually called Hybrid. Yeah,
Toxin apparently was I think arguably one of my favorites. Like if I had to have one, I would have Lasher, but I think Toxin, like story wise, is one of my favorites. That like Carnage was so terrified of him because I guess he was in the lineage of his symbiotes, the 1000th, which had made him like an apex predator and like had the combined strength of both of them.
Yeah, every symbiote born is stronger than the last. So like Carnage is stronger than Venom, Toxin stronger than Carnage, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that scale isn't exact now because symbiotes can consume other symbiotes to get stronger and all other kinds of bullshit can happen to depower or empower a symbiote. If
you could have one, which one would you have?
I don't. If I wanted a symbiote, I'd want one that would work with me. If not, then that's one of the reasons why I really like Anti-Venom is because he's so strong, but also he doesn't really.
He's reasonable.
He also doesn't really have a mind like the other symbiotes, so I wouldn't have to worry about him trying to fucking pilot me in my sleep or something.
Because you know how awful it must be to like wake up and you're like, why do I feel like I'm falling? And then you're like, shit, I was just shot out of the sky by a helicopter again.
Or wake up like, I don't remember having that bruise.
And the thing is, right, like in the movie too, it's like Venom comes out of Eddie and talks to him, but like that's usually all just mental. So imagine like the psychopathy that you must think of someone. They're sitting in the room, be like, what's wrong with you? Like just arguing to themselves.
Yeah, also for a symbiote, usually the way you want it is you want to find symbiotes have what are called perfect hosts, the ones they perfectly synchronize with. That's the one you really want because the reason why a lot of people bonded to symbiotes to speak in third person, like we are Venom or we will kill you, is because they're not perfect hosts. They're not compatible enough to be considered one being.
Yeah.
Um,
Carnage made perfect sense.
yeah, Carnage.
I'm Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage is they're so perfectly fucking nuts that they don't count as one individual.
Insane.
I mean, they still have disagreements. Like right now, they're not working together, but for the most part,
I did like the visual reference that they made in the movies that like Venom encompasses Eddie, while Carnage kind of rips Cletus apart and becomes Carnage. I thought that was a cool detail. Like Eddie works with this, but like Carnage is just fucking this guy's body up at any chance he possibly could.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes in Marvel though. You either have to work with a symbiote possesses you, or there's actually a comic where like the symbiote got separated from I think Flash or Eddie, and it just bonded to this one dude like to save the guy because the symbiote was good at the time. Like, it bonded to the guy to save his life, and the guy basically enslaved the symbiote. His willpower was strong enough that Venom couldn't fight back, and he just forced Venom to do what he wanted.
We're gonna take a quick piss.
Yeah,
if you guys want to come take a pee with us, that's on Patreon. It will be eventually. Jesus. All right, piss break commenced. We are gonna commence duel number 2. I don't remember what deck this is. I just remembered what deck this is because I looked at the cards.
Magic.
Yeah, I'm just playing with Magic the Gathering cards.
I don't know how those two rules are gonna work together.
I summoned Pikachu in defense mode.
Oh man, a 3-way crossover.
The 3-way no one wants.
I don't know, someone out there.
If you guys want to watch the 3-way, to join our Patreon. I'm gonna keep saying dumb shit until we get actual sponsorships and advertisements.
Just wait until there's actually. Just wait to see if there's actual Patreon. Segways will get worse.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awful. Want to see our friend Briar's toes? Go to our fucking Patreon. Get a dice out of here. If you don't know, the person who rolls the highest typically decides who goes first.
Just makes me think of Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Oh, Doug, I had that for the Game Boy Advance. That was one of my favorite games.
I had a physical set of Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, but no one I knew had them or knew how to play them.
What? Oh, so I used to love that game.
They just sat there.
I got 2.
All right.
So just get higher than a 2.
I'm really upset if I somehow tie you. Well, I know one's a 3, so that's already.
This is a 6, so that's a 9. All right, you choose.
I guess I'll go.
Contrary to the sleeves, I don't know why they're Dark Magician. I feel like I just bought sleeves, but this is not even one Dark Magician in this deck.
I know what you said, but I heard contrary to the sleaze.
Contrary to my sleaze.
Summon
sleazy whore.
Mythical Beast Cerberus.
Fuck.
I'm going to place one card face down, and I'll end my turn.
I will draw for John. John, why did you leave me? Oh, this deck needs to be shuffled because I just picked up two cards, but 3 of each. So I need to shuffle this more. While we do that, Lorenzo's gonna. What the fuck?
And that's it.
That was mortifying. What the hell was that?
Little did you know, the song of my people is Misery.
It's fucking misery.
By the way, shout out to Matt the Curtain on TikTok. Dude's amazing. He makes funny ass anime skits that I love. Watch them on repeat sometimes.
Let's watch them on repeat. I will my own Ned and field spell. Prank Kids Place.
Oh,
I don't know if you know what the Prank Kids are.
I know. I've heard of it. I don't know exactly what they do, but
They're just they prank. They're just annoying.
It doesn't matter anyway. Any field spell doesn't matter what it is. If kids are involved, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck.
Never met kids that I liked.
Normal summon prank kids Roxy's.
Oh.
Then, because here we go. Because anyone who knows how prank kids work, it's very elaborate. Link summon prank kids meow meow mew. Not like Mew, like the Pokemon. No. I'll summon him out. And because he was link summoned, or he was used for a link summon, I can banish one card from my hand. And if I do, draw one card and special summon one prank kid from the deck. So I will. Hand. Garbage. And I will special summon Mermaid Man and Bark. Imagine like that. That'd be a great archetype. Summon Lampsies, the fire one. This one was a rock. Now again another. This is just a big link. But fuck.
Yeah, it made sense to me. But doesn't always mean anything.
Prank kids Dodo Doodle Doo. Yep, they all have dumbass names like that.
you know someone had a great time designing this.
Yeah. This card is linked summon. You can add one prank kid spell or trap from the deck to your hand.
Using this card, I'm gonna special summon Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Owner of the fuck.
Bet that's how he tries to get with women. He's like, "Hey, you want a dim a fuck?
Got this big old dimmy dick for you. You want to gargle my dimmadong? I'll activate prank kids pranks to just be on the field. Discard one card, and you can special summon a prank kid token. Do that, and I'll pretend this is a token. 0 attack, 0 defense, and it's just level 1. It can't be tributed. But that doesn't matter because there's no tributes in this deck. During your end phase, you can target 3 prank kids cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and draw 1. You can only use each effect once per turn. I guess I'll attack into mythical beasts with my.
Oh, honestly, I didn't keep track. How many spell cards did you activate this turn? I forget because every time you activate a spell card, Cerberus is supposed to get a spell counter, but I haven't been keeping track.
Oh, it was just I activated 2
spell counters.
This is a token.
2 spell counters. He gains 500 attack points for each spell counter, so he's 2,400 now.
Well, fuck. Never mind. Main phase 2, end phase.
His whole thing is he gains 500 attack for every spell counter every time you activate a spell, but the minute I attack once, he loses them all.
Alright, so end phase, this is gonna trigger. Shuffle them.
Touch yourself. That's what the card says.
No, it doesn't.
As far as I know, it does.
I don't like it. Hope you know that. Alright, it is your turn. It's so intense. Lorenzo's using his brain. And I don't like that because he's smart. Maniacal bastard sitting across from me. I know what he's doing. He's reading his cards, trying to come up with a strategy. And that is, I have no idea. He has glasses on. I hate people with glasses.
You also have glasses.
They don't know that.
I just told him.
Fuck. Dark Sun.
Oh. Alright.
That's a token. It's got 0 attack, 0
I
defense.
don't like the look of that bird. He looks too excited.
He's ready to fuck.
Alright. Here's all attack. Cerberus. Rank is
So that's what?
Yours has 2,000, right?
Yeah.
So you take 400 damage.
100.
Have Dark Crusader stab you.
Just stab it. Just actually stab
He's got a sword. He might as well.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll end my turn there.
Fuck. Waffle Toin. Guys, my hand Pikachu.
I know we were talking about dragons. Is that could be this podcast or next podcast?
Next one.
Okay, just checking.
I just figured.
Tune in next time for dragons.
Oh yeah, so dragons are my favorite mystical creature of all time, and
They're sexy.
Yeah, they're awesome. And then there's classifications of dragons. I'm not gonna get into it now, but like Skyrim dragons aren't dragons; they're wyverns.
Yeah, they're classified based off of many things, and then if you get into like every book's version of dragons, then you just get lost. After
there's no point in doing any of that.
You know, in Lord of the Rings, it's part of the Silmarillion, part of the off-screen adventures. But in the book, there was a dragon so physically large that when they killed it and it fell out of the sky, it impacted the land so hard every volcano erupted simultaneously. I would have eaten him. I'm saying, if you're gonna kill a dragon, I might as well find out what dragon meat tastes like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I can't really do much, so if your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can special summon this card from the hand.
Came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Just to summon Dino Wrestler Pankratops. You like that sloppy blowjob ASMR? That's awesome. I guess I'll attack Dark Crusade. It was 26 and 16. You take 1,000. Yeah. You gotta gargle my nads. I am my toin. That's if I could make a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype, it would just be like fart, shit, piss, nut, slap your mama.
Just makes me think of that YouTube series where like they use like all their cards are based off memes. So it's like, I summon Mike Wazowski in attack mode.
Oh. I love seeing those like the animation, the AI voice, like Rick Sanchez versus Ateb.
Yeah.
I summon one Mr. Meeseeks. And then I use fuck you, Pharaoh.
How much attack does your thing have?
20 billion.
Oh. 2,000, I'm assuming?
2,600. Oh.
Put this in defense. Switch that to defense. Then I'll end my turn.
Before you do, I will activate Pankratops' quick effect.
Sounds like a painful condition.
Pankratops?
Yeah.
Got diagnosed with Pankratops the other day. I contribute one Dino Wrestler monster, this one. Then target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. Whatever your back row is.
Oh.
I ain't getting negate attacked or whatever the fuck that card is.
You destroyed my Dark Horizon. Basically,
I have T-Mobile, not Verizon.
Basically, what it would have done is when I take battle damage, I can special summon a Dark Spellcaster.
Oh. Dark Horizons. All right. I dwarf a toin. I will normal summon Prank Kids Dropsies Yes, another gay name.
There's a YouTuber named Dropsy.
Is it?
She's a Minecraft tuber.
Oh. I will
It's not a
link it
streamer.
away into meow meow mew.
Oh,
Dropsy's effect will activate because it got linked.
you got linked.
I will gain 1,000 LP. Yeah. And I get to special summon one prank kid from the deck. It's gonna be prank kid slap your mama.
Oh.
I bring out Prank Kids Lampsies, the fire version.
Hmm?
And I will link these two off.
To summon Beast King Harambe.
Oh, he's King Harambe.
I remember that. I remember seeing that meme that's like my kid asking about me living through the pandemic, and it's like, you see, it all started when this gorilla got shot, and it's like, and he's like, wait, what does that have to do with the pandemic? And it's like, we'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there. Relax. Into Prank Kids Bow Wow Bark. This is a cartoony looking Cerberus about to attack a bulldog.
Fantastic. Just what the world needed.
The Prank Kids monster this card points to gains 1,000 attack. Oh, and because Lampsies was linked, you take 500 and I get to special summon another prank.
I summon Geraldo.
Geraldo Justice Burger.
How much did you say I took?
500. Summon Prank Kid Fansies, the wind version. And because of his thing, he gets 1,000. So he's at 2,000, he's at 1,000.
Okay.
And because of this thing, I linked summon a Prank Kid this turn. You can have all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. Doesn't do anything. They're all in defense mode anyway.
Mm-hmm.
How much defense that one got? 1,400. I'll attack. Does he gain attack and defense?
No. Well, you haven't activated any spell. You haven't activated any spells this turn, so it doesn't matter.
Not. No. So he'll just attack him.
Okay.
And then 1,000 will go to him. He has
1,200. He lives for now. His clowniness prevails.
His clamminess?
Clowniness.
Oh, I was like, he's just sweaty.
I mean, he might be.
He's fucking sweaty. All right, your turn. Guys, I'm drinking no orange juice. Lorenzo,
I play Heavy Storm to destroy all spells and traps.
Fuck you. Damn.
Then I will summon Dark Greffer. Then we'll equip him with Big Bang Shot. He gains 400 attack points.
No.
Play this face down.
Fuck.
And then I will kill your Prank Kids Bow Bow Bark.
Yes, with what, 21? So that's 100. Bam and lamb.
I'll end my turn there.
You whore. I draw. Set a card face down. I wonder if I can pull off some sneaky garbage.
You know, I'm part of this Reddit group. I don't go on Reddit very often, but
it's just porn.
I went there the other day, and it was just employees talking about their retail experience. And one of them was like made a post talking about how he went into the bathroom, like him and a customer like walked into the bathroom like at the same time, and just one of his coworkers was just beating off at a urinal, and he's
That's
like,
fucking nasty. Go to the stall. What do you mean? What are you doing at the fucking urinal?
And he's like, "What are you doing? We can see you. Stop beating off." And I guess the customer was like, "Yeah, stop beating off over here." And he just ignored them and kept beating off. And so like,
yeah.
I guess he went and told his manager. The manager's like, "Oh, I didn't see it. There's no proof he was beating off. You know, what can I do about it?"
Jesus. It doesn't say anywhere you legally can't jerk off in the bathroom. I thought it was just assumed. Christ.
How we keep the porcelain so white.
Now you gotta go to jail. I will tribute fansies.
Wonder if that's like a fetish. Is that like a thing? Like
it's gotta be.
Like,
There's no way it's
like
not.
like I stand outside in like I stand in bathrooms in the urinal and just beat off and just hope someone walks in and sees.
Ugh, fuck. To summon cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh god, I hate that guy.
Yeah, he's an asshole. And then, does this work the way I think it does? Or am I stupid?
Yes.
Fuck. I'll activate Thunder Dragon Fusion by taking Fancy and Lampsey. And shuffling them back into the deck, I believe. Yep. Background music. Don't be bored. I can bring out my boy
Julio Montoya.
Nope.
Well, I imagine not. I've heard what your decks and dames are called. Really surprised if that was a card.
Prank Kids Battle Butler. Yeah, they're spoiled kids.
Sounds like an anime I want.
Battle Butler. Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds like it would be one. All right.
There's something close to that. I'm pretty sure there's an anime called
There's Black Butler.
Yeah, there's also one called like Hayate the Combat Butler.
Hayate is also a card I have. Goes into the Sky Striker archetype, which are basically just Gundam girls. I'm going to activate its... Wait. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. How much attack does he have?
21.
I'll attack with 3,000, so you take 9.
Okay. Calculator. Away.
Calculation. Calculator. I remember learning that you could play games on like TI-87s. And then people would just draw. Plot graphs.
Fun fact, this card I actually got from one of the pack openings I went to.
Ooh. And then how much defense does Pettin?
No, only 1,200.
I'll kill him with my cock of Doodle-Doo.
Pettin's
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. He's a bitch. He's like a marshmallow.
I had one of those upstairs. I also have his brother, Mash Mark Macaron.
Whoa. Marsh Macaron. Don't you know, Kaiba? My grandpa's deck has no penis. Your grandpa's dick is pathetic. I could be more offended if Kaiba started talking about my granddad's dick.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good reason to be offended.
Hi, and my turn. Slut.
The heart of the card, Yugi.
You know, I'm glad it's the heart, not any other organ.
The cock of the cards, Yugi.
It's all in the gallbladder of the cards, dog. You gotta get there. If your cards aren't pissing on you metaphorically, you're not gonna win this game.
Just for funsies, because I ain't got shit I can do in my hand. Card destruction.
Fuck.
Still ain't got shit I can do with this. Alright, go ahead.
Fuck.
Alright, Yoda.
Normal summon.
You ever hear about that Yoda's walking cane?
Fancies. Huh?
You ever hear about Yoda's walking cane is just drugs?
Oh yeah, it gives him like mana, or like the equivalent of like what Force mana would be.
No, it's like one of those things. Like contact with the stick kind of gives him like pain relief, and it gives him a sort of high.
The guy's just on chronic.
It's called like a gap, I think it's like a gaffer stick. I think is what it's called.
It's called Ritalin 30 milligrams.
I mean, I feel like if marijuana existed in Star Wars, the Jedi would be smoking it.
Oh, yeah. There'd be no wars. Everyone would be too fucked up and stoned. I will link...
Pass me some of that good shit, you shall.
I will link away Fancies and Cockadoodle-Doo for the card we talked about earlier. Ooh. Prank Kids Verte Anaconda. What can I gargle?
Unpopular opinion, but I actually, like, most people are big Luke fanboys. I actually prefer Anakin to Luke.
Same. I guess I'll... God damn it, that's annoying. I'll attack Penton with Battle Butler. He's gonna bring another... Another piece of shit.
At least, luckily for you, I can only have 3 clowns in the deck.
No, it's just gonna be 14 Pentons.
Time to bring out Penton number 37.
For those of you who don't know, if you've ever wondered why Yu-Gi-Oh has a minimum of 40, maximum 60 card deck,
make a 40 card Penton deck.
There was a guy at a tournament who brought a 1,200 card deck, and the time it would take to shuffle, he literally wasted the other opponent's time, and they were like, "Yeah, all right, we got to set a hard limit on this." Like, it took 27 minutes to fully shuffle the whole deck, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
Really died of old age. We took him.
That was 140 years ago.
I guess I don't have my third pet, so yeah, you can feel free to attack right there.
Ah! For 500.
Ooh.
And then I'll go to main phase 2. And I won't do anything. I shitted.
I was gonna say, is that your way of trying to pass the turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just fart. I passed my turn. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dub over the Yu-Gi-Oh first series and just add random farts. I'm May Valentine.
Play some magical melees and shuffle my card back.
No.
That's what it says.
Damn it. Magical Mallet. That's a great card. I'm trying to think if I have like a kind of card that I used to love so much. Magic Cylinders is always just a great fuck you. Like, you wish to attack me? False. You take the damage.
Yeah. I have one in there somewhere. All right, I have my turn. Nothing I can do.
Now I gotta be careful for you. I ain't tired of this nonsense. Bruh. Nothing good.
You know that Netflix? I think it's in. Oh, it's either in LA or New York or one of them big. They got like a screen to table restaurant where they just serve dishes themed after things that you've seen on Netflix, whether it's a recipe you've seen on a Netflix cooking show or just something themed after a Netflix show.
Ah, I would go to that.
Watching a video about that last night. They did a like almost all the recipes were things you see on Netflix, like Netflix's version of Iron Chef or that cocktail games. And then like the dessert was like it wasn't from Stranger Things, but it was themed after Stranger Things.
It was like what, a Vecna cake or something?
No, it was like a ice cream sundae.
It looked like a Demogorgon's ass. I'll swing with both my guys. I don't know if that card back there is gonna fuck me up.
It's not. It's
3,500 to the penis.
Always how I knew this would end.
I end my balls with a hot spoon. I can't imagine getting a hot spoon to the nuts would feel anything less than ouch. Because do you have to get new nuts? They sell everything at Walmart, right? You guys have to have a nut section. Prosthetics.
Alright, that ends me turn.
No!
Too late.
Fuck. Draw. Balls. Activate Prank Kids Pranks. Send a card. Discard a card to make a token.
Prank Kids Pranks. He's gonna slap a scoop of peanut butter on the underside of your door handle.
Ew.
I've never done it, but I know kids that have.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And then they used to get in trouble because they're like, "Hey,
kids suck."
They used to get in trouble like, "Hey, kids have fucking peanut allergies. You could kill someone this way."
Yeah. Okay, I have a link 2 +1 +1. Get rid of all these. For Prank Kids Rip Roar and Roast. It's too many fucking R's. I can't say this goddamn word. Rip Roaring Roaster. It's a giant dragon.
It's not the worst you get.
Must be link summoned, obviously. It does have a quick effect to destroy all spells and traps, if I want to use that. If this card is in your possession, sent to the graveyard, target one card in your graveyard, except the link monster, and add it to your hand. Yummy. I will attack with 3,000. Face down, little whore, slut, cuck.
Yeah, I still think the worst Yu-Gi-Oh card to pronounce.
Your turn.
You ever seen the card go Giga Gaga Giga?
Oh,
Gago?
fuck. No, enough. I hate the Gaga Ga or Dodo Do cards. They're so annoying.
This one's super old. This is from original Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah. Fuck that. Go Giga Geigo Griga Graga Geico. 15% more on your car insurance. The Roku channel. Now streaming movies and TV free.
Now streaming straight to your testicles.
Now it's,
Alright, your turn, sir.
We're not going to act like you didn't just say that. What does that mean? I don't want any television on my balls. Defend your statement, boy.
Next time you beat off, just the last season of Stranger Things comes out.
That's going to suck. If I ejaculate a Demogorgon, I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's not going to be happy.
What would be worse, if you ejaculated Demogorgon, or if like your dick like opened up like a flower head, like the Demogorgon's face, like.
I'm gonna refrain from talking now because I'm scared. I'm just scared. That's it. Normal summon Roxy's, and I'll attack with Roxy's for 15.
Yeah, that thing.
And then take 3K to the penis.
All right, I am dead because I'm pretty sure I only had like 20-something hundred left. Yeah, I'm dead.
To the penis. That's one on.
I'm dead, just like the prophecy.
The prophecy foretold. Whew. Any closing notes?
Not much. I'll probably be streaming another couple of times this week. Most of my streams are going to be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, probably, since like those are my days off. I don't mind streaming on work days. It's just I don't.
It's gonna be late.
I was gonna say those are gonna be late night streams because I work till around 11 p.m. Get home till like 11:20, 11:10, 11:20.
Quick fab sesh.
So, I probably won't be streaming a lot on nights that I work, but I'll maybe 1 or 2 nights. So I'll probably finish Spider-Man this week, and maybe I don't know. I always take my time with games, so that I never finish them at the same time as anyone else. Yeah, more Spider-Man, more reading, more general nonsense. You know, the holidays are coming around, so my job's gonna start getting more hectic. I hate it. Thanksgiving's coming around the corner, so I'm probably gonna probably cooking something tasty at some point.
I do have something planned, content-wise, which I told Lorenzo about. If you're down, we can probably do it in like an hour or two. But I have a modded Skyrim on my PC, and I essentially want to live a normal life in Skyrim, like without being a Dragonborn, without being this overpowered, superpowered, chosen one.
Boats and hoes in Skyrim.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start off in like a city and like just kind of do odd shit for money or steal.
Gonna become the Ebenezer Scrooge of Skyrim. You're gonna be an old cranky man who's gonna make people work for him for minimum wage.
Yeah, well, okay. So the way I've already kind of planned it, right, is like the first part that I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna use the alternate start mod to start off as like, you know, attacked and Left 4 Dead in the random wilderness of the game. I'm gonna have survival mode on, so I will have to eat. I can only level up when I sleep, or add perk points when I sleep. Temperature is a thing. Hunger has severe negative effects on you. Wetness, like there's a whole lot of different things. And I basically want to make this as difficult as possible to basically, if you guys know Sims, it's essentially like a rags to riches type thing. Like I want to start off the poorest man possible and eventually, have slave labor and have people working for me and doing shit. I've already kind of worked on the build, and the build is using the Ordinator perk mod, so it's not the typical Skyrim perk, so it allows you to do a couple different things that are really cool. So I'm essentially going to be focusing on the non-combat skills as my way of playing the game. So alchemy, enchanting, smithing, and then your speech skill, because speech lets you perform in the middle. So like you can just sit in the town square and do a jaunty little dance, and people might be like, yeah, here's 30 septims, take it. And then I want to use that money to, not die and eat food. So we're basically going to have Lorenzo, I want to say every 10 minutes, I'm going to have to set up a wheel or something, and it'll just be like, yeah, drop all your shit or go start a fight with that man for no reason. Or Lorenzo can just every 10 minutes just tell me to do some random dumb shit, and that might also work. Ew! There's a small Dominican creature that just crawled downstairs. What is? Do we know that guy?
Yeah. Also, I don't think he has the manual dexterity to crawl downstairs. He probably just followed each shit.
You try? But yeah, I guess not really. Closing out and take care, brush your hair. If you're going on a date, wash your ass.
Subscribe to the everything.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mother about us because we're adorable. We cook too, so your mother would find us as a real catch. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.